Welcome to the She Shed.
What exactly is a she shed?
Well, the man cave has been around for a long time, but we needed some place where we could escape everything that happens in there, the rest of the house. It's a quick, happy place for us.
Because cleaning out the basement for a man cave is some bullshit.
Precisely. So I cleaned up the furniture and storage, I moved out some crap, I painted the cute crap gold, and there we have it, the She Shed. Thank you for joining us for the She Shed, where there are no men,
Unless invited.
no children,
Never invited.
no deadlines,
Done?
no Legos,
Because we are not vacuuming.
and no waistbands.
Perfect.
So how are you today?
Oh, well, I'm good now that I can finally relax.
Can I tell you, I recently had coffee with a friend I haven't seen for a long time, and it was horrible.
Do I want to hear this?
You have to. It's really important.
What happened?
I thought she invited me just to, catch up, talk about babies.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, don't be. I totally understand.
I just feel like I'm juggling so many things at once right now.
I know what you mean. I have too much on my plate. Cute bag.
Thank you. I got it at Bag Brand.
Oh.
If you want one, I can totally hook you up. I sell them. It is such a great company and such a great way for a stay-at-home mom to build her brand.
Cute. Practical. But my purse is just more of a diaper bag these days.
Well, I have diaper bags and mini backpacks, cute little purses, and cell phone covers too. So you just say the word and I will shake the bag tree and they will rain down from the bag branch. Just let me know if you want some. Are you looking at my nail wraps?
Cute.
These are so easy. Kumquat nails.
Can you sell those too?
These? Oh, no. These sell themselves.
I'm sure they do.
It's like having your own little nail party, huh? Just like these guys right here, huh?
And those are...
Exuberations.
And you also...
Sell these too. So, just let me know if you want some. But you just no pressure. No pressure. Just, if you want a little bit of some hair fun or some digestive stuff.
You sell something for poo?
Oh, yeah. It's called Main Squeeze. So, just let me know if you want some. How have you been? I don't see your posts on Facebook anymore.
Oh. Well, it's not because I blocked you or anything.
Where's that?
Look, I just don't want to buy any of your things. If that's the only reason you asked me here to coffee, then I think we should probably just...
Oh, no, of course not. No, I was just saying, just let me know if you want some.
I don't want some.
Well,
I don't want to sell it.
I'm sorry. Can we start over? I really do want to know how you're doing.
Just been really busy with baby, too.
Yeah, I hear ya. Has Henry been sharing, Mommy?
Not at all.
Really?
Last night he threw this massive meltdown on the kitchen floor right when I was cooking dinner. Woke the baby up from her nap. He's throwing pot lids and the dog's food everywhere. It was a nightmare.
Witching hour. I hate that time of day.
It's not just that time of day. Like this morning, I think everything's fine. He's watching a video, I'm nursing the baby, and suddenly he's pulling at me. Literally pulling me away from the baby. I'm like, kid, you're watching a million Daniel Tigers in a row. Be happy.
Isn't it crazy how mad they can get at you?
I thought this whole jealousy at the new baby thing was directed at the new baby. It's like he's punishing me for having her.
Are you getting sick of him?
Yeah.
You want to switch him out?
What?
It's called But Baby. And you can switch your kid as long as they're under 3 and they can't remember how to get back to you. You get a new baby and some other family gets yours. Just click the link on my Instagram bio and, let me know.
Seriously? Is that even a real thing?
I don't know. I'm too afraid to Google it.
Well, you don't want that in your browser history, that's for sure.
Kidding.
That totally freaked me out. Well, now you have to bring in a nice guest.
That I can do. Our guest is fabulous mother of two and podcaster Katie Springer.
Welcome to She Shed.
Thank you for having me.
So, Katie, you are a divorced mother of two,
It's true.
and you've been podcasting in the Bay Area, right?
Yes,
Wow, sounds real easy.
it is incredibly easy. I just keep all the balls in the air.
What sorts of things have you learned about your own mother now that you've become a mother yourself?
That is a super interesting question because I feel like I have simultaneously started to understand her better and understand her worse as I've become a parent. I mean, she was 19 when she started having babies and then popped out 4 of them like that. You know what I mean? So I think that I understand that she had her own demons to slay, but then there's the other part of it, which is like, why did you do the things that you did? You
Well,
know?
and now they can't even remember. Like,
No.
you asked your mom, you say, well, what did you do 30 years ago? And she's like, I don't know.
Right. She's like, no, I was great. I was an amazing parent. she's one of those. She's like, I killed it. What are you talking about?
What will ours say about us?
Don't think about it. You can't think about it. You really can't, because we're going to screw it all up. And as long as we can just accept that as a fact of nature and life, like, you know,
How old are your kids?
5 and 7.
Nice.
A little boy and a little girl.
Oh, that's great. So is the sippy cup half full or half empty? Do you steer people away from parenthood or do you talk it up?
I mean, it just changes on any given day, right? Truly, being a parent is without a doubt the greatest joy of my life. Most days. Most days. But there are definitely times when it's like, oh, it would be so much easier if there wasn't so much depending on me. But I do feel like everybody should, no, that's a terrible thing to say. I don't feel like everybody should experience it. I think it's an amazing experience, and anybody who wants to undertake it should. On the other hand, it's not for everybody.
Right, right.
What is the parenting technique or approach that you swear by?
I have 2 of them. The first one is the, pardon my French, the do I give a shit rule, which is I try and think about anything that's happening and really ask myself, do I honestly give a shit? So, for instance, my daughter wanted to get her ears pierced. She's 7 years old.
Whoa.
Yes. And my initial reaction was, no, you have to wait till you're 15 like I did. Like my mom made me wait till I was 15. And then I thought about it and I was like, I don't actually give a shit. So I was like, fine, yes, let's go. And it was really fun because I took her to a tattoo parlor and they,
Awesome.
I
yes,
hear that's
it was,
the best way to do it.
right? They do it with a needle and it feels much cleaner. I don't know if it actually is, but those guns freak me out.
Will they reuse them?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't know what kind of gunk is stuck in that
No.
gun barrel. Yeah.
Gnarly.
Totally gnarly. And then my other parenting technique is that this is the one that makes me feel like I'm literally the world's best mom, which is I try to always have a real reason for doing something. Like when my kids are like, I want to do blah, blah, blah. And if I don't want them to do it, I try to give them a real honest to God reason. And then if I don't have a good reason, it goes back to rule number 1, which is they probably just don't give a shit. So those are my 2 parenting
So give me an
techniques.
example of that.
All right, so it's not like I have made an intentional decision to not have like video games and tablets and stuff.
Right.
I just don't have that stuff.
You don't have any technology at your house?
I don't like.
My God!
But it's not like a purposeful, intentional decision. I love TV. I love like all that stuff. I'm like on my frickin' phone nonstop. But I mostly am super cheap. And the idea of spending $300 for something that a kid is just gonna like crap on, like
We
I
call the shut up machine in our house. You just hand it to him. Here you go.
I just can't do it. I can't, like, in my heart and soul, I just can't do it. My son gets very upset because he loves video games and he's got them at his dad's house. And so one day he comes in and he starts stomping around and he goes, you don't even have any electronics in your house. You don't have any electronics. And he asked me why. And then I thought about it and I was like, I really do actually have a reason, which is I don't want to spend the money on those things. And I feel like you can spend your time in better ways. And then I told him that and he was like, oh, I get it.
The logic of it just made
Yeah.
complete sense to him.
Right.
Interesting.
And I think that to me was like the best thing. Like I think that my kids realize that I don't just say things willy-nilly. I don't just like because I said so them all the time.
Right.
I try to like give them a logical reason, and so then they have to give me logical reasons for the stuff they want back.
Wow, that's impressive.
I like
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's probably not going to work for too much time.
The tug of war will continue. The negotiations. All that.
I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed on that.
Right, right.
Well, back to shit.
Yes.
What are your more like child-friendly curse words that you use around the kids, or do you just let it rip?
I like back to shit.
So
Let's get
anyway.
back to the
Bring
shit.
it back to shit.
Well, so I feel like things have really tightened up with swear words these days. Like my kids are way more sort of like intense about it than I am. Like if I say butt, they're like, ooh. I'm like, save the oohs for when I say like something. Like, but no, I say sugar.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, sugar.
Like you smash your finger.
Yes,
you're
like
like,
sugar. Or I'll say sugar beets sometimes. I don't even know where that one came from. But I think actually my zillion years in radio really helped me out here because I have, as you can probably tell, like a total potty mouth. And I
Which
have
is why
had-
we get along so
yes,
well.
and I've had to temper that for many, many years. So I am
fucking
used
hard.
to it. It is fucking hard. It is. But I'm so used to it now that I can just like, oh, in this situation, I do not get to say all my fun words. But then I like really unload on like people at work, and they're like, "You gotta dial
gotta
that
balance it out."
You gotta dial that back a little bit."
Oh, do you have any?
I don't really have any, like, I tend to say it kind of like quietly,
Yes.
you know?
The secret shit.
The secret swearing, yeah.
Yep.
Like I feel like I should have a more clever thing like sugar
Like-
beet or something,
Like,
but
son of a biscuit.
yeah.
Biscuit's a
But I
good
don't.
one.
I like behind their backs and like under my breath. I'm like, fuck. You know?
This actually brings me to one more parenting technique that I have instilled, that I've instituted in my family, which is dirty word time.
What is that?
Dirty word time. So I do a 5-minute dirty word time, like
Awesome.
once or twice a week, where my kids can say whatever they want. And it usually happens in the car on the way home from school because I have made a deal with them. You can say whatever the heck you want in front of me, as
Oh,
long as you don't say
interesting.
Don't say it
anything at all at school.
Yeah.
That kind of reduces the temptation, right?
Yes.
Because they get it out of their system.
And what are the bad words right now?
Well, the thing that I love the most is that my son only knows 3 bad words, and he mispronounces all of them. And it is just the most adorable thing to watch him. Like, I watch them in the little rear view mirror, and he just sits there and goes, shit fook damn. Shit fook damn.
It's like a mantra.
Over and over again.
Maybe that should be my new one.
Shit
Shit futam. It's like another language.
Oh my god, it cracks me up. I would have dirty word time all the time if I could, because it just
I
makes me
might
laugh
steal
so
that.
much.
And you never want them to stop talking like that, too. You hope
Yeah.
he says shit food damn all his life.
No, I mean, I can imagine
He'll
a
get teased,
time.
probably.
Yeah, he will. But it's okay. You know, that is what makes them stronger.
Right.
You know?
So, how are you blending your career in radio and podcasting with motherhood?
It is occasionally not easy. Early in my career, when I first had my children, you know, I worked at a radio station. I was one of the only women there, you know, and I'd be, you know, pasting up pieces of paper in an all glass studio so that I could pump, which was just such a nightmare. But now I try to involve them a lot. Like in my first episode of my podcast, it starts with an interview from my daughter, and they give me a ton of inspiration, you know? And then I think also that because being a woman in a technical field, I think a lot of times women don't think that they can do that stuff You know, like the actual boots on the ground editing of audio and recording of audio and that sort of thing. And so I bring my daughter into that a lot, you know, like I've taught her how to, you know, work on digital editing software, and I think that that stuff is important. I want them too to see that like creative endeavors are possible as actual careers too. That
Totally.
kind of thing
That's
is important to me.
fantastic. That's great.
And how's the co-parenting thing?
I don't know why anybody does it the other way. Like, it is the best of all possible worlds. Like, you have 3 days off every week. Every week. You just, like, they're not there
Oh, I
anymore.
cannot even imagine.
It is amazing. You have weekends.
It's starting to sound really good.
It's really great. And you don't have to, like, you don't have to deal. I would, honestly, my favorite part about co-parenting is that I don't have to clean up a bathroom that a man has been in. That's my favorite
Okay,
part.
all right.
No, it's amazing.
That sounds
It's
perfect.
amazing. No, but I mean, like, really, it's a difficult thing to do. We try and show the kids that we still like and respect each other. We take a lot of time and do like family stuff. So we'll have dinners once a month to make sure that the kids still sort of like see us together and understand that we're a family.
Wow.
We try to approach things in you know, in a way that they can see that we're on the same team. Like me and my ex-husband we try very hard to just be on the same team.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy because, you know.
You're apart for a reason.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly.
That is really, really healthy. That seems like, I mean, a really impressive, because I think it's probably
Yeah.
something people wish that they could do, but then there's so much adult stuff that gets in the way. And
I think
that's
our-
great you guys do that for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, our divorce is so much better than our marriage ever was. And like, and then there's the time off, which is like, I mean, every once in a while I have a clean house, which is amazing.
Okay, so speaking of time off, back in the dating scene, what's going on there?
Yes, fairly recently, because I had kind of like when we first separated, I was like, I'm sure a man will just fall into my lap and I will have to do nothing to make him land there. But that didn't happen. So I got on the dating websites, which is as terrible as you can
Which
imagine.
one?
I've heard tales told. Tell us more.
I did all of them, and they're all so terrible in their own private little way. Like, they're just, I think I had this idea in my head that, like, a nearly 40-year-old single mother of two was going to be, like, a real hot property.
Well, do you have any? Have you dusted off any of your flirting moves? Do you have any like the no fail one that you go up and do you come here often type thing in the bar?
I have only fail flirting moves. That's the kind of flirting moves I have. I'm so bad at it. I am, you know, like when you're, well, I got married when I was 28, right?
Right.
And in my early 20s, I don't know, they just like, they were just there.
Right.
They were just there. Now, it is not so much the case. So I didn't get any better. They got harder to find. In other words, ladies, just like stay married. Just like stay married.
The path of least resistance. Just stay that
exactly,
way.
Exactly. It's much easier this way.
Oh, Katie, thank you so much for being here and coming all the way down from the Bay Area to be in our She Shed. It's been such a pleasure having you.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I have to get me one of these.
Everyone needs one.
Absolutely.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye. Thank you for coming. That was so nice.
I know. Does this mean we have to leave the she shed?
I don't want to go. I'm not ready.
In our last few moments, let's do a relaxation exercise.
Oh, a wine bong?
No. Guided relaxation.
All right.
To your happy place.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. You're in a space that is clean, white, and empty. Open your eyes.
A pit?
A bright, white, clean, empty space.
Well, it is very clean, but it's just a pit.
Not just any pit. We are at the bottom of your perfectly empty laundry basket.
I'm listening.
All of your family's laundry has been washed and folded
But still in the bed waiting to be put away.
No.
It's been put away on the correct hanger in the correct closet.
Yes!
Whoa! Whoa! What are you doing?
Well, I don't want this to get dirty. From now on, nobody in my family wears clothes at home. Clothes are only for going out of the house.
I think you're taking the concept a little too far.
Oh, that was nice.
That was too much.
Well, I think we have to leave the she shed. Do you think it's safe?
Those multi-level marketing moms are everywhere.
Be careful out there.
Come back and relax with us real soon. Shit, fuck them!
Inside of a white wine bong.